So it's part 2. So, oh, that burns so bad. So anything is better than nothing. The unfortunate thing about that, sometimes the things, I'm just going to use me because I don't want to sound like I'm talking about anybody else or anything else. You know, I talk to a lot of people talk to me. I'm going to always use me. That way it doesn't sound like I'm divulging anybody's information, okay? And it does not always suggest that that's something I'm going through, okay? Or something someone did to me. It's just, I prefer to use me as an example. So anytime, anytime you go through a major storm in life, you have to be willing to, for me, I'm always willing to be accountable for whatever my part was or is or what have you. So that even if my part was no more than being naive, no more than being vulnerable, no more than showing too much of my weaknesses, whatever my part is and whatever my accountability is, I have to own that, you know. That keeps me from entering into unforgiveness and hatred and revenge and all that stuff that goes along with those emotions. So I've just been praying and asking God to just really help me through this phase. I mean, I don't know how many of you deal with depression or what have you, and deal with really deep grief still, like I deal with my daughter. But however you decide to deal with it, you still have to deal with it, you know. So mine sometimes I wind up shutting down. I have a therapist and all of that, psychiatrist, psychologist. I have all of that. They're wonderful. But sometimes, you know, we need somebody that we can just vent, you know, be there for us. The unfortunate thing is when you think you have that in someone and you're so free, like me, just so free with that person, so open with that person. And then when that person turns out to be not who they pretended to be, but they wind up hurting you more than helping you. And sometimes I feel like, I'm making a video, please. And sometimes I feel like, come close my door. She's interrupting my video. And so sometimes I feel like people will intentionally seek out people who are weak, you know, just so, you know, they can take advantage of them. I honestly believe that. I didn't before, but now I believe it. I would never have thought that before it happened to me, but now I believe it. The unfortunate thing about that is when people do that kind of stuff to people, they have no idea of the amount of damage they have done. And most likely they don't care, you know, because they never turn around to see the carnage that they've left behind. They never turn around to see the ashes that have resulted in the fire that they set. You know, they never turn around and look back and see the person bleeding out from all the wounds that they caused. They never turn around. They never even admit they did anything wrong, let alone apology. I'm the type of person, if you just apologize and take accountability for what you did to me, I'm good. I'm that forgiving, like for real. I might not let you get as close to me again because I don't trust you, because to me now you're dangerous. You're dangerous. If you get so close to me to where you can hurt me emotionally and mentally and cause me to shut down and go into a certain mode, you're too dangerous to be that close to me. And then if you're the type of person, you don't have no sense of remorse, you have no godliness in you, you know, you're dangerous. You're dangerous to me. And I have to keep you far, far away. I speak to you or whatever, you call me, I'm gonna pick up the phone and say hey to you. But in my area, no, I'm gonna always be afraid of you. I'll always be afraid of you, And when I say afraid of you, I don't mean scared of you like that. When I say afraid of you, I mean I'm going to remember how damaged you tried to leave me. That's what I'm going to remember. Oh, I'm going to remember that. And I'm going to remember you did it intentionally. Because when I told you what you was doing, you didn't stop. You kept going. And you kept going. And you kept going. And when I tried to show you the damage you did, you looked at it and shrugged your shoulders as if you were saying, oh, that's what you think I did? Okay. So for me, I have to process it. I have to talk myself through it so that I don't get no ideas in my head about how to get you back and how to hurt you as bad as you hurt me, or worse, So when I found myself, oh, that burns. Oh, when I found myself in that place again, this time it was for 4 days. And I just was like, I cried a lot. I was like, Lord, just help me come out of this place. Help me to have a heart of forgiveness, even though that person will never apologize, even though that person will never admit what they did, even though that person will never admit they broke a trust, even though that person will never admit, they crossed boundaries and lines that should not have been crossed. They'll never admit any of that, I have to find a way in my heart to forgive, because if I don't, it's going to be so easy for me to get back in that state of mind again. Because what's going to wind up happening, like for me, I don't know how it is for anybody else, what the devil does, he uses people like that to make you feel some kind of way about yourself, till you always saying, well, dang, why do people always do me like that? Why good people always got to be done wrong? I don't want you to think like that another day. Nothing is wrong with you. If you have a good heart, you trust easily, you love easily, nothing's wrong with you. It's that other person that something's wrong with. It's them. It's not you. I promise you, it is not you. If you have a good heart towards people and you have morals and values, it's the other person. They don't have no morals. They don't have any values. They do what they want to do. They don't care who they hurt. They see something, they want it. They go after it. They don't care who they hurt to get it. They don't care how they leave it. They have the morals of an alley cat, and they don't have any at all. So it's not you. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you. People like that comes in to tear down your self-esteem, because they know if they had caught you in your good, if in your stronger times, when you're not so vulnerable, they probably know you would have never had nothing to do with them. Period. And so they have to catch you when they know you at your most vulnerable and at your weakest point. So that's how they slip in and try to blow up your whole world, and destroy your life, I just think people like that make a deal with the devil, sell their souls out, That's what I think. So, I got another minute, and then I got to put one more drop in.